It's a high-altitude game for us today. Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Today, a pair of rivals from the AFC West. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
2026 Denver Broncos.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Pete, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team is a young quarterback. You want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
This is Genty on second. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to Genty. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now. They need 7. Off the play fake. He'll throw. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Zone read, they'll get it to Genty. And tackle just in time to prevent that first down. That brings up 4th and maybe a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on 4th down. They're going to try to throw for it. It's complete. This is Bowers. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
That sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers, but they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. He's going to throw it. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult third down now staring you in the face.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, third and long. It's a screen play to Genti. Space to the left. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Mostert can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that first down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's third and goal. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. You come in as a significant underdog, Brock, in somebody else's building. You know how essential it is to have a good start, and these guys did just that.
Yep, you're the weaker guy in the fight. You need to make your first shot count. Make them think about it. They've seized the momentum, really given themselves a fighting chance. Now they just got to do it consistently.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning. That was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. It was 29, by the way. And he finished third for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Nix with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Kind of a small 4-yard chunk there. That's a rookie out of Iowa State, Darian Porter on that tackle.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Going for it on 4th, Nix. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
At the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. Has room into the secondary. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Dylan Laube on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe a Raider covered that one, so the Raiders hang on to possession. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Still their football, but need to make some progress here. And this is 2nd and long. From the gun, Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Brought in by his back here. It's Jensen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Next, quick out wide, complete. And this is taken ahead to the 42. There's Darian Porter in on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, they need 7. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Going for the first with Dobbins. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Raiders have their offense back out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First down, play action. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. On the option, it's Jensen. And 2 yards all he can get. Takes 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice game.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. On first and 10, here's Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
To throw, here's Nix. They try to set the screen, Dobbins. And they get this down to the 28. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Nix now on first and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Carry here for Dobbins. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Nix from the gun. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. Dobbins is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Raiders 7.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Mostert on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7. They go play action on 1st down. Cut out left. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motion man left is Lockett. Takes the 2nd down snap. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
The Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Again to throw on 2nd. Finds him over the middle. Oh, he's denied the first, but not by much. His play gets down to the 42-yard line. So 3rd down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. They send him left out of the slot. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
The Raider 1st down. A gain of 7. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
All set to go now from the 35. Genty from the gun. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
From the red zone on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Throw right side, finds Bash. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on third down. Here he goes, third and long. He's going for it himself. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders earn the chance to tie it before halftime.
That is what I call empty in the tank right there, baby. Giving him all he had. He's not a running quarterback by trade. He's creative. He just made him pay.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Mims. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they got to hurry. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing on first down, Nix. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face second down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here's second and 10 now from the 36. Nix now to throw. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on third and 1. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
27-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. They'll throw again. Nix. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's going to be second down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Just really nice execution on his part to convert there. For the kicker to pay off, really the execution of his teammates. He works so much on situational opportunities those minutes before halftime, and they maximized it.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Looking to throw. He lofts it deep right side. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. It should allow them to operate a little more freely.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. This is ahead for about 5. Landon Roberts coming over for the hit.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On 3rd and 2, here's Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. This is Dobbins. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Nix. Hits him on the out route. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Oh, he's going to run for it. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Nix off the play action. This one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. They run. Here's Dobbins. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
No throw. Third and long. And it's incomplete.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Mostert on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. They're going to try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
And the Raider first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun give here to Jeanty. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
They're throwing it. It's a screen play to Jeanty. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. And off to Jeanty. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You can give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them. But just float the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that first down marker.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Denver set to take the field on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First down now, ball at the 33. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Throwing here, Nix. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10 now from the 46. Over on the counter with Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Offense to the line for second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's completed right side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Running this with Dobbins. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Running it again with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
That's the line he's going to run for it. And he gets this forward to the 19. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Offense is set. First and 10. On the draw, they give to Harvey. And they're going to have first and goal when we begin our 4th quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. They'll run here. It's Harvey. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now second and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Nix from the gun. Brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Nick's trying to sneak it. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. They weren't particularly interested in disguising that call, Bronk. The defense knew it was coming, and they make the stop.
Yeah, even against a prepared defense, you still expect to at least get a yard, get that surge, get that push. We've been so used to seeing it. That's a real tip of the cap to the defense to get that stop.
Here we go with Dobbins. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos go up by 12 in the 4th. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Nick's leading the Broncos to the line for this 2-point try.
The Broncos will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Laube with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Setting up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's making a bid for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's good for a couple of yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's keeping it again. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's another Las Vegas.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They're going play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. So that brings them to 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make...
Goes all around him, and down he goes. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up Alex Singleton. And the Broncos will take over beyond their own 40.
Dude, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, yeah, interceptions follow.
The Broncos offense all set to go. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. Across midfield at the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Caught by Pat Bryant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and 10, it's Harvey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Nix to throw. He's got it. Complete to Bryant. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
The 5-yard line.
Guys, you got this. It's win.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Nix looking to throw. And they'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have likely locked up the win right there. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos go up by 19.
33, Raiders 14.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Mostert on the return. He dodged the tackle. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Back to work after throwing the pick. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10. Back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting them into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. Taking a deep shot here. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They're going to try to throw for it. It's complete. This is Bowers. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Man, forget that was fourth down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. And that gets him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Sticking to the air here. This one finds Thornton. And he gets a one as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Now come to the line here, second and 9. Throwing it again here. On target to Thornton. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Back to throw. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And they come up big on third down there with the sack.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's Lockett. He brings it in. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Raiders 21.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. On first down, they'll run, and he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Right there, we can do it.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he gets this very close to that first. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
This is not the end. Showtime, let's make some noise.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. Design run, here's Nix.
Can't we score? Come on. What are y'all doing? We'll be in the game.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he gets out of bounds, but a single yard, not worth the time that came off the clock.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building, it's a win at home for the Broncos. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.